Okay, it's as good as it's gonna get. It's light. Keep looking over at him. Like, can't see anything. Crazy. And now the real question: will the chat work today? YouTube. Why? Oh, the chat does work. Oh my god, that's amazing. Goldie Earth. How's it going? Hey, how's everyone doing? Today we're talking about fursuits and whether or not you should buy one. Is it a good life investment? Probably not. I have two, and it's that they're not exactly like the thing to do. Hey, I know, long time no see. I know. I actually have been busy doing other things that were important, at least in the onset. What's new? This me being online finally after a month or more of just being completely absent. I just wanted to get back into this, get into these things because we're going to be moving again because of work and all good things, all positive things. Moving back to Georgia for work stuff and things. I mean, it won't really interrupt streaming or any of that stuff anymore. I will be actually going back to college for cybersecurity and computer science, that kind of stuff. Those things are definitely going to happen, but I'm going to have a lot more time to do things where I've been just rushing around trying to get everything done and fighting a system that didn't actually care. Pardon me. I'm not even sure if it's actually only two people that are watching. If it is, hi, you two people. Leopard, hi. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. I'm doing awesome. That's amazing. Alex, hey, how's it going? And Andy, fursuits are so cuddly. Well, yes, they are. Fursuits are very cuddly, and I guess that's that's where we should start. That's where we should start. So there are a lot of fursuits, and there are a lot of fursuit makers. A lot of people have fursuits. If you've been to a convention, I know as of late, not anyone's really been to conventions, or not very many of them. I know that Megaplex was this last weekend. I think that is over right now, or unless someone's still doing a Dead Dog con right there. Why'd you delete my question? It was genuine. I didn't delete your question, Jolt, at all. I promise. I ask it again because I didn't delete your question. I promise. I have no idea why it would have deleted your comment. That's weird. That's super weird. Of course, YouTube does weird stuff all the time. So I have no idea. But please ask again, Jolt. I would be happy to answer to the best of my ability. Was it on this? Like, did you just recently ask, or was it on like a video or something? Because sometimes my videos, if someone asks a question or says something, it goes to like this weird review status, and I don't know what that's about. Because I've tried to basically just enable all comments just across the board. Because I don't delete comments for people, even if they're harassing or whatever. It's in the chat like a minute ago. Yeah, I don't see it at all. Like, I'm looking at the chat right now, and I don't see anything. If you can copy it and paste it, or if you remember what it is, please ask it again. I'll be happy to answer it. I promise. I don't even see a. Let me scroll back up and just see if I can. Yeah, I don't see it, Jolt. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'll be happy to answer any question, whatever you got, especially if it's in regards to this. But again, when we talk about fursuits, like, a lot of people want them. I know very few people. There are people that exist that obviously don't care if they have one or do, or really just don't like it, or maybe they can't wear one because of health concerns. I mean, they are very hot. It's very very warm. Spyn is a very it's very roomy, and it's still hot. This version of Spyn, let me get him down. This version of Spyn is very hot still, and it has a zippered back to it, so it's not even fully encased. And this is still hot, like very hot. I not that I don't enjoy the boy, but he can be a little spicy. So, here's the issue with owning a fursuit. One, it's a lot of maintenance, a lot of a lot of upkeep, a lot of care goes into this. You need to constantly keep them brushed, washed, all the rest of that. When you're wearing them, you sweat in them, so you have to wash them. And washing them is a pain. It can take literal days to wash that. Screw it, it just won't work. I'm sorry, Jolt. If you're in the Discord chat, if you wanna ask it in Discord, I'll be happy to answer it in the Discord in general. If you want to if you're not in our Discord, join our Discord. Links in the description down below. And I'll keep my phone on me, and you can tell me if you did it or not. And then I'll look at it that way, and maybe we can do a workaround, because I want to answer your question. I really do. Here is, let's see, Jolt, you could just type it back in chat now if it was important. I was talking to Jolt about that, and for some reason it keeps deleting her comment. I'm sorry, I don't know if you he, him, she, her, any pronouns. I'm not really sure. I'm making an assumption here. But Jolt, I don't know what's going on. So when we're talking about fursuits, they are a lot of upkeep, and that's to start. So if you really want a fursuit, awesome. Save up, get one, all that. It's great. But know that it is financially irresponsible to buy a fursuit. It really just is. As much as I would love to say that it's amazing, it really, unless you intend on making money with it, just understand that it's just a complete loss. More than likely, unless it's from a specific maker, you probably won't be reselling it for very much if you choose to pass it on or pass it down the line. Most people are looking for deals on fursuits because new ones are very expensive. $5,000 to $10,000 is about a median in paying. And with the auctions, they can reach 30, 50. I don't even know how much that they will reach at their cap. But they are currently like easily selling between $20,000 and $30,000 for high-end makers to sell their slots off. So, and I do have a "Is there a problem here?" video coming out about that, about fursuit auctions and all the rest of that, and we'll discuss that more there. But this is more about whether or not you should buy one. It really honestly depends, because fursuits in general, again, as I say, they're a luxury item. They really are. And if you are choosing between food and fursuit, then food, please. Like, seriously. Like, if it's your bills or a cute fursuit, please pay your bills. It should be pretty simple. And some other things to really consider is just like age demographic. If you're a teenager, especially on like the low end, like, you're a 14, 15-year-old, you've not stopped growing yet. And ultimately, some makers won't even take the commission. They just won't. They steadfastly won't. Let me see if I can let's make sure the chat is still working. Sometimes the chat doesn't want to fully function for me, and I don't know why. It's YouTube's weird. Let me see. I'm gonna do a pop-out chat. That'd be better. Because then I'll be able to move this where I want it and not where YouTube wants it. We don't need interference by YouTube and what they want. So, yeah, a lot of things to consider there. And that is another that's another thing. Inc. brings up a great point. Minors cannot be legally bound to contracts or terms of services, which is very true. Let's see if that was. No, I think that was a different messaging app. I keep hoping that that Jolt is able to put their question in. But yeah, it's interesting. People will, especially minors, have a tendency to like. I hear horror stories all the time, right? So you have minors that they steal their parents' credit card or something. And then they charge a bunch of money, and then like the parents do a chargeback, and then the artist is the only one that's hurt by this, the only one. Like we have issues with people doing chargebacks all the time anyway, but minors especially have a tendency to basically be like, oh, I ran up I spent $5,000 on a fursuit because, lol, I wanted fursuit, and, but they charged it to mommy and daddy's Amex, and now mommy and daddy are real mad. So they do a chargeback, and now this person who's relying on this money to pay their bills can't get it. So that's a problem, and the bank will 100% side with the parents on that every single time, regardless of the fact that it was their terrible little hellspawn's problem that they did this. It's really not the artist's fault, but they get screwed over. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're a minor, people probably aren't going to work with you. You're going to have to get your parents' permission for something like this, and again, you're probably going to outgrow it pretty quickly because you're still growing. So that's a problem. But should you get a fursuit? Well, yes and no. Yes, if you have the money. No, if you don't. Obviously, those are the easy reasons. But one thing that we really should talk about is why you would want a fursuit. And the reason that people want a fursuit is the same reason they want anything. They want to fit in. They want to be thought of as cool. They want to be thought of as, or at least cool in the standards of furry. Outside of furry, it might not win you too much cred, but you can do. Let's see if I can adjust this mic up just a bit so that I am not trying to scream down at it, and that would be good. But one of the things that you need to keep in mind about this is that if you're only getting one to fit in with the cool kids and maybe that's not the best reason to get it. I mean, it is a reason, but it's just one of those things that you'll hear it said so many times, and I hate to be the one to repeat it over and over again, but you do not need a fursuit to be in the fandom at all. Period. No one needs one. I don't need one. I definitely don't need two. I have two of these things. One of which is so broken that I don't even use it anymore. The lighting rig on Switch broke so badly, and I had to. I was facing the prospect of sending it back to the manufacturers, which would have cost me $400 just to send it back to them because they're based out of Poland. Now, I asked them to do something that they weren't necessarily known for doing, and I took a risk on that, and it didn't pay off. And it completely messed up my fursuit. I mean, the arm is so tight that I can't wear it. I can't wear it at all. And this was something that probably cost $5,000, and I can't wear it at all. I just can't. It's not comfortable to wear anymore. Because I wanted lights, I wanted all this stuff, and it worked great for just a little bit. And I put it on for the MFF 2019, I think. I put it on and I did this, and I heard it pop all the way around here. I heard it pop back here and back here, and my lights just went out. And that was after I had already sent it off to get fixed, and it broke the first time I was wearing it. And there's no getting that back. I can't make them fix it. I'll have to pay them to repair the thing that they effectively didn't do right in the first place. And again, it's not really their fault that it didn't go well. They're not known for that. That's not what they do. I asked for something special that was kind of outside their wheelhouse, and they agreed. We both agreed that this was kind of a thing that they didn't do, but were willing to do for me. So I spent more money on something now that's just not usable. It really isn't. Like, I can wear it without the lights, but that's half the point. And it's not even comfortable to wear now because of the lighting rig and because of the changes I've made to it. So effectively, I spent $5,000 to just not have the suit functional at all. Can't wear it. Probably going to have to be completely redone from the ground up. Eventually, I will get another one, and I will work with a manufacturer that's more comfortable using LEDs, because I want those LEDs. It's part of the character. It's definitely part of the character now. It's in the opening shot of my videos, because at the time they still worked, and I actually got footage of them working, which is awesome. I'm happy I did that, and I don't necessarily regret taking the chance on it, because it could have been great, but I had the money to throw that away, and some people don't have that kind of money to just pitch into a fire just in case. So unless you have the money, I think the best test is, unless you have the money to just go outside and light on fire, you might not want to get a fursuit, because you're not going to get anything back out of that. You really are not. Not really. Like, you will get the enjoyment of fursuiting, and that's awesome. But if you're looking for it to like catapult you into some sort of limelight where people know who you are and all the rest of that, then you're going to spend a lot of money, and you're going to spend a lot of time, and you're going to spend a lot of time in front of a camera, probably doing this shit, so that people know and extensively maybe even care who you are. Because most people, and this is the honest truth, and I hate to say it, guys, but most people do not give a shit who you are. They really do not. Even if you got a fursuit, it's cute. They'll take a picture and that's done. If you're looking for fame and you're looking to just buy your way into it, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. You can spend $20,000 on a fursuit, and it still won't make up for like lack of talent in a specific field. It just won't. Like, most people that are famous in the community, and we know their suits, we know who they are, they're famous for a reason. They've done stuff. And that's not to say that you can't. It's just to say that there's no easy way to do so. So if you're looking to buy one because you think it will make you popular, then don't. Only buy one if you have the money and because you just really, really want to do this. It's hot. It's sweaty. You're gonna go to your room and your fursuit is gonna stink. It's gonna be you're gonna use a lot of like freshener oils and things like that on your suit. You're gonna use a lot of shit. You're gonna do a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of negative to all of this. And I'm telling you all the negative stuff up front. That way, when we get to the positive stuff, you'll already know. So lots of maintenance, lots of this, lots of you're going to need a lot of Under Armour for full suiting if you choose to full suit. So not only will you be buying all of this, but you're going to be buying multiple sets of Under Armour, because one set is not going to be enough. Because when you peel it off of you for the first time after that lengthy fursuiting session, and it is drenched in sweat, and you're feeling sticky and awful, and you have to instantly get a shower, and now the stuff that you're wearing underneath your fursuit as a protective layer between you and your fursuit to keep it smelling good and to keep it like safe from all of the oils and things from your body, you're going to need multiples of those. You're going to need like probably one for each, at least two. But I would personally say, like, as far as shirts and things go, you're going to need one for like each day of the con just to be safe. But you could probably get away with two and like let one dry and then kind of wash one, just hang it up, all the rest of that, and just kind of keep it, keep it dry, whatever. You could probably get away with two, but three would be like what you need. And you're going to need tops and bottoms for those if you're going to full suit, because it's going to get hot and it's going to get uncomfortable. All of these things are important for you to know before you decide to do this awful thing to yourself. All of that said, fursuiting is truly amazing. So we're going to stop talking about all the negative stuff, and we're going to talk about the positive aspects of fursuiting, because the positive aspects of fursuiting are pretty amazing. One thing that fursuiting will allow you to do, and I highly encourage everyone to at least experience it once, is it's going to give you freedom. And it's going to give you this sense of anonymity. And this sense of anonymity is important. And the reason it's important is because when, especially if you're someone like myself that can be kind of socially awkward at times, or otherwise kind of introverted, where, we really just don't, with people, like, don't really want to talk to people, or maybe you feel it's a little harder to break out of your shell. Something that you can do is, when you're in fursuit, it's kind of a disconnect. There's a literal mask in front of your face. It's a barrier between you and the outside world, and allows you to take on the character and be more the character than yourself. So it doesn't matter that Justin probably wouldn't do this, probably wouldn't, be dancing in public. But chat's a little bit lonely. Yeah, I mean, it can be. But we're talking about, fursuiting stuff. So feel free, ask questions, whatever. I'm happy to answer whatever. I'm just doing this for fun anyway. So one of the things that you'll get from that is the ability to just kind of disconnect, like I said. And as I was saying, it doesn't matter that Justin wouldn't do this. Spyn might. And, Spyn might dance. Justin probably wouldn't, but Spyn would. And there's a disconnect, and that's awesome, and that's great. But should you like be lucky enough to do that and go about the process of like learning to like act as your character, it's really, really freeing. How long have I been in the fandom? Probably, I don't know, over 5 years or so, more. And just, like actually in the fandom, as opposed to just kind of like, oh, I like that. I'd say 5 years, like truly in the fandom. Of those 5 years, I have fursuited for all 5, I think. I made the financially stupid decision of walking into a convention, seeing this guy sitting there and just going like, this is the one I want. And surely it won't lead me down a rabbit hole where I create a channel and talk about stuff and talk about my life to random people on the internet, because that definitely didn't happen. But pretty awesome. It's pretty fun. It's just financially irresponsible, and I don't hide that from anyone. It's not a great thing. It's not a terrible thing. It's a thing. If you got the money, do it. If you don't, please don't. Easy. Simple. But all of that said, for anyone who's still actually listening or cares, we are going to be Ink and myself are going to be at Denver. So if you want to meet us and you're going to Denver, please, join us. We're going to be doing the thing. Here's an interesting experiment. I guarantee you, if I were to turn the stream off and restart it with a picture of my fursuit, I would start with probably 4 times the number of viewers. And if I did the whole thing in fursuit, it would be like immensely more. It would be like just so much more. And that's okay, because people like fursuits. People also like to be part of a thing. People like to be part of a group, which is why we want fursuits to begin with. Those people over there are popular kids. The popular kids have fursuits. And I want to be a popular kid, so I need to go buy a fursuit so I can be a popular kid. Or maybe you're just a cosplayer that was like, wow, this would be amazing. You're probably right. Yeah, I mean, I may be right. I'd say that's an interesting experiment. We might do that. Let's do that. All right. So this was my live stream, and we did it for like what 26 minutes now. All right. So this was my live stream, 26 minutes, just me, human Spyn, just me. Now I'm going to end this. I'm going to restart it. I'm going to do it in fursuit. And I'm going to see if that changes anything at all. I could be wrong. I haven't really been posting a lot of content. I haven't been continuous, so I might not get as many people. But if the thumbnail looks like a fursuit, I probably will. So we're going to talk about basically the same things, maybe. I don't know. But we're going to end this stream, and I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to get my fursuit stuff on, and I'm going to start again, and we're going to see the difference. Because I'm fairly certain I'm right about this. It's silly, but it's a fun thing, and whatever. It's my channel. I can do whatever, But Alex, we'll be back. Come join us, see if it makes any difference at all. If it doesn't, then damn. I guess I'm just not that popular, which I imagine is the case, actually. All right, guys. We'll be back later.